Just to give an update, I've gone ahead and replaced the spool holder here with one that has my accessory holes. The old one did not. And I've also put on my filament guide on here. And as I was putting this on, it did start to unspool. But now that it's actually feeding in, it's not a problem, right? Because there's tension on it and it's not going to fall off. So perhaps the filament, this part of the filament guide doesn't matter as much. But just in case, I think I'm going to make a version of this that has really long pegs that will come all the way out, and has a curve to them somehow. Maybe I'll just have just to catch the filament, or maybe just have two little bearings that squeeze the top and bottom of your spool, just to make sure that no matter what, it never falls out. And I've got a bunch of different attachment points, so you could surround your spool with that if you wanted to. Something to think about. But I wanted to demonstrate how this is working. I've got a lithophane printing here, and you should be able to hear it clicking. And that's the sound that you want to hear. Just a gentle click every, few seconds. And it's okay if it tilts a little bit. I noticed it was tilted ever so slightly. This is how it's supposed to work. And then when it's done, all that tension will be released and it should auto-rewind itself. But this tick-tock sort of clicking is exactly how it's supposed to work. And as time goes on, those little plastic bits on the inside of that collar will wear down and it will click less. I don't think you'll need to replace them, but you may need to tighten your tension a little bit as time goes on. I mean, we'll see. I'll have to print a lot with this thing. But it does seem to be working. And then when I first started the print, it did tilt backwards a little bit, but that's about as far as it got. But just to prevent that, in case you've got way too much tension on there, I think I'm going to have like a little door or something that just slides on here and just clamps around this to hold it, basically prevent it from tilting. Of course, if you printed a bunch of these, you can prevent it from tilting that way too. But it does seem to be working great, as does the wall mount as well. And every now and again, I'm hearing that happen. What just happened was this got pulled upwards, and instead of tension being released down here, it sort of rotated inside of the holder, and that's why I need that little door that closes or something on top of it, just to prevent that sort of thing from happening. But it's really not that big a deal. It's just a different way of releasing the tension.